Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dugout Podcast. I am your co-host Andrew, and tonight I'm joined by my fellow co-host Marissa. And on the agenda we have cricket and football, but this time a bit different. We are starting with some cricket.
You have to, That's always just right them, though.
But that's all mainly how you have to prepare for.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So I think we should go ahead and begin with the cricket ICC Champions Trophy. The story so far, according to Marissa. Now I haven't seen all of the games because time constraints. But the semi-finals, we're at the semi-final stage. I believe India defeated Australia this morning, and tomorrow we have New Zealand versus South Africa. Mm-hmm. But Marissa, I'm going to give the floor to you since you're the cricket expert, and I normally defer to you on these subjects. Yes, madam. What has been the story so far?
I was actually going to say, who did we predict to make the Final Four?
I remember what I predicted.
Who did you predict?
Did I predict the Final Four? I remember I predicted the top three, and I said it was India, Australia, and Pakistan as my darters. Mm-hmm. So Pakistan went home early, and India not put out Australia, but still my first choice in, and I believe they will win.
So who you had? You don't remember who you had from the other group, whether it was South Africa or England?
I think it might have been South Africa.
Okay. I think I had Afghanistan, South Africa, New Zealand, and India. Yeah. So 3 out of 4. Get that out of the way. I think it's been a decent tournament. I think we get into some of the talking points and controversies in the next segment. Mm-hmm. But, I always enjoy when England get beat. Sorry to put that out there already, but, to lose all 3 games. Total meltdown in English media going on. Every time they lose, Butler resigned the day before the last game, and then the last game was probably their worst of the tournament. Mm-hmm.
So who captained said his absence since
he captained? That was his last game. He just resigned and said he's done.
That he's done after the tournament.
Yeah. Okay. And they really played, like Nasu Hussain said on the Sky Sports podcast, they really played like a team that was done. Honestly, they really did.
Not sure the more laners.
Yeah, boy. That game against South Africa was really poor. South Africa were really dominant. As we said, I think when we started talking about Champions Trophy 2 weeks ago, we did say that the England-Australia game was going to be crucial, and I thought that was a fantastic chase by Australia.
It was.
Really, really good chase.
Keep going, sorry.
I feel like you were itching to say something about that.
Yeah, I don't remember. I guess 2 weeks ago feels like a fog.
Sure.
I don't remember necessarily saying it was going to be crucial, but I remember I said for sure that England were not going to contend for this tournament. Just on a simple fact, I didn't know what England's form was before the tournament. Mm-hmm. I didn't need to know it. Just on a simple fact of where the tournament was playing. Mm-hmm. England normally do not perform well in the subcontinent. Mm-hmm. And history will always be a nice indicator for me.
Yeah, sure.
When it comes to cricket, at least.
That's fair.
So I didn't expect much.
Yeah.
And what was shocking for me about England, imagine that they were not even on the agenda, but we're talking about them anyways.
Well, it's part of the story so far.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But that's true. But what was important or interesting for me, that you said the meltdown because they lost to Afghanistan. I think they need to start putting some respect on Afghanistan's name. It's been a while since I actually have considered Afghanistan as, cricket minnows. Mm-hmm. They don't perform like it. Mm-hmm. We know that they're a dangerous team. Mm-hmm. So why do you tell yourself that because you're England, that, you should be favorites to beat Afghanistan in the subcontinent?
I think some people that don't follow cricket as closely as others would say that. But I think a lot of the meltdown too, yes, is what you said, but a lot of the meltdown was due to the positions that England were in that game. Because the first part, Afghanistan was like 30 for 3.
Right.
Like for Afghanistan to make 325, and I think there was something like 100 after 25 overs, which means that they totally blitzed England for over 200 runs in the last 25 overs. Mm-hmm. And then there was the fact that after a while, they were kind of in control of the chase with Root and overtime at the crease. I generally thought England were going to win, but I think it was your favorite saying, pressure does burst pipes. I think that's definitely what happened. So yeah, I think some people definitely continue to disrespect Afghanistan, but I also think because England at several points in that game had chances and they didn't kill off the game, I think that's what had people as well.
I wouldn't say kill off, but maybe when Afghanistan were batting initially, but definitely they didn't take the initiative in the game.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
But another thing too, pressure does burst pipes. Yes, that's one of my favorite sayings. But at the same time, if you're playing a minnow, I wouldn't anticipate that there should be pressure. You know what I'm saying? So, but England need to come off the
the arrogance.
Yeah, the fluff a little bit.
Yeah,
Losing to Afghanistan, okay, I get what you're saying I get what you were saying in terms of the context of the game. Maybe it's one that they felt as though, if they had performed better for sure, they should have gotten a better result or positive result. But at the same time, I feel as though it's definitely disrespectful to consider Afghanistan to be minnows. Afghanistan have been
it's true.
getting some really, really good results against the traditional teams for a while now.
But last point, England, what I found really funny though was when they lost to Australia, the talk was, conditions changed because you do set in, so it was easier to bat in second innings. Do set in for their innings against Afghanistan too, but yeah, then still lose. So it's always funny to see when they find one excuse, literally the next game that excuse is blown out of the water. Sometimes it's okay to say we were second best. And I find that somehow England teams, I saw it with the women's Ashes too, it's like sometimes they just struggle just to admit that, okay, we were second best. It's always some excuse or the other. So they got knocked out. Afghanistan also got knocked out. I think Australia, their game against Australia was a must-win for both sides. I think Australia probably would have won given the position that the game ended in when the rain fell. But I also think they did okay in that game too because I think they made something like 270, 280. Even though they were struggling in the back half, they still got up to a decent total. But like you say, every ICC tournament, Afghanistan continues to go from strength to strength. And to me, I think that they're better than Bangladesh. And I think they're better than Pakistan. I think that they're right up there. And we get to those other two sides in a minute. Australia got through. South Africa got through. Both only played, South Africa got to play 2 games. Their game against Australia was rained out, I really wanted to see that game.
Right.
So as you said, there's semi-finals tomorrow, but Australia went down to India today. Not sure you had a chance to see the game.
I didn't get a chance to see it, but I was following the score.
Australia definitely left maybe 30, 40 runs out there. I think that they were in a really good position at one point. This morning, just before I left home, Steve Smith and Alex Carey were batting really well. And then Steve Smith missed a whole full toss and get bowled. And to me, that was the turning point. Because Glenn Maxwell got out, and then obviously you're into the tail, and they kind of struggled up to 264 in the end. So I think maybe if Smith didn't get out when he did, they probably would have gone 280, 290, which I think would have been a challenge. Because I think last show I spoke about the inexperience of their bowling. But I thought they bowled decently today. I think India, I guess most people would say India were in control of the chase, but I still think Australia didn't let them have it all their own way. They tried to, because they only won with something like 11 balls to spare, 4 wickets in hand. So I think maybe 30, 40 runs would have definitely made it more interesting, but I think India were heavy favorites going into that game. We'll talk about winning that segment, but also because, to me, Australia's bowling, it was always going to be tough for Australia's weekend attack to contain that powerful of an India lineup. So India are through to the final. Then the other group, that group was kind of a foregone conclusion pretty early. New Zealand and India qualified pretty early. Bangladesh were really poor. Pakistan were also really poor. And I feel for Pakistan in a way. They played one game at home, lost. Then they had to travel to Dubai, lost. So, but India and New Zealand were definitely a class apart in that group.
I think the issue for Pakistan, because again, I put them at mid-horse because of the home advantage. But I think the issue for Pakistan with this type of tournament is that you had to hit the ground running. And from the time you lost the opening game against
it was New Zealand, it was always going to be tough.
Pressure was on. And then having to go and play India next.
You
don't know India's not going to ease you.
The thing about it is, them. It's funny you mentioned that. I think maybe if they had to play Bangladesh next, they would have been still at home, probably would have get a morale boosting win to probably take into that India game. But they also too kind of messed up as well in that India game. They were 100 something for 3. I remember going outside to wait on my car. I come back, Pakistan was 7 down. I was like, they always do that. They always start well, give you hope, and then they just. So yeah, I think they too needed at least another 40 runs in that game to be competitive, but India just chased that on so easily.
So in terms of tomorrow's semi-final, New Zealand against South Africa, who are you opting for? I think these would have been two sides that you definitely mentioned as potential among the favorites to win.
I wanted this to be the final, to be honest. I like finals when I could just sit back and I could enjoy whoever wins, because I do like New Zealand, I do like South Africa.
Right.
This is going to be tough. I think New Zealand are so good in the field, so disciplined in their bowling. They bat well. South Africa as well, same thing. If I had to call, you see, there's a question. Who I think is going to win? There are two questions. Who I think is going to win, and then who I think has a bad chance of beating India, because I really don't want India to win. So that's my two questions. Who I think is going to win tomorrow? I genuinely don't know. Okay. These sides are so even for me, I just don't know. But I could definitely answer the second question.
So who do you think who do you fancy to beat India?
I think South Africa's bowling attack is better. I mean, does that mean I think they could beat New Zealand? Maybe, but New Zealand always find a way.
Right.
But I do think in terms of potency, South Africa's bowling is better suited to beating India, I feel. But then I kind of feel that New Zealand's batting. But then I can't say so because I think that they batted quite poorly against India in the group game too. So I don't know. So I would say I genuinely think South Africa have a better chance of beating India. They'll be highly motivated. Remember what happened in Barbados last year, that 2020 final. But it would be remiss of me to go against New Zealand. New Zealand are such a good side. So I still don't know who's going to win tomorrow. Who do you have?
I'm gonna stick with this one. I have not. I saw a bit of New Zealand's game against Pakistan, the opening game. I saw a bit of it, and I was impressed. Definitely didn't see that coming, or at least that gulf between the two teams. I didn't expect that before the tournament began. I haven't seen New Zealand since. I know, I've seen to be a very strong team, like you said. South Africa, again, seem to be playing a good brand of cricket, but I don't really know the South African team that well, or haven't watched them that well, so I really don't want to, you know what I mean?
I understand.
I feel, as you said, it's like a flip of a coin in terms of who will be better equipped to handle or defeat India in the final.
It's hard to say. Especially where it's playing to.
India's a very, very well balanced. You have to give them that. They're very well balanced team. Exactly.
They have all bases covered.
I don't want to stay on the fence, but you said you fancy.
I think South Africa have a better chance of beating India based on the batting depth and the bowling depth. The mental side, that's always coming with South Africa. I don't know.
Yeah, because it seems like, for me, just my recollection of watching the T20 final last year, it seems like India handles pressure moments a bit better than most. I think the only team that can really rival India for pressure moments is Australia. So again, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I can stick with my original prediction when I said India will win the tournament, and
Yeah, I don't want India to win. I think, and it's nothing against India. There are a lot of India players I like. I just don't like the power that their board has, and that brings us to segment number 2.
Correct.
There's been a lot of talk about this tournament being in Pakistan. We talked about it last show. They don't want to travel to Pakistan, security reasons, whatever. But regardless of what Rohit Sharma wants to say, India have a clear advantage in this tournament. Other teams have to travel to destinations. You had a case where Australia and South Africa had to both travel to Dubai in case if they were playing India in the semi-final today. If they didn't, I think Steve Smith said, if they didn't travel, they would have only had no training. I think the travel would have not permitted them to be able to train if they didn't leave Pakistan when they did to get to Dubai. And they have a clear advantage. They're not traveling. I know the toll that sometimes takes. They're traveling. They're basically staying in one place. They're literally playing at one stadium, I believe. They know the pitches. Yeah, it's not Indian pitch, but it's a very India-like pitch. So I think the groundwork that other teams have to do in order to prepare to play, they don't have to do because they've played all of their games there. It's a clear advantage to me, and it feels like more of an India home tournament than a Pakistan home tournament. Pakistan literally played one game. one game at home. One get Reno, and then the other one they had to fly to Dubai. You had to leave your home tournament to fly to Dubai to play India. Their board has too much power, and you could see it. They were definitely designated to play semi-final one, regardless. I hated that. And we saw it last year. We talked about this too with the T20 World Cup. In terms of the timing of the games, it's like, because the India board is so powerful and so rich and generates so much revenue for the ICC, it's like they have too much say and too much power. And this is why I just can't root for them to win, even though I like a lot of their players. Rant over.
Okay. That was a very polite rant, if I say so myself.
I try.
So you made a lot of salient points. A lot of very good points, actually.
Thanks.
I did a bit of reading on it this morning in preparation for this discussion. What can I say? I mean, the reason that they didn't travel is for political reasons, right? Obviously, there's a concern of safety. So you had two options. Either you base them somewhere else that's not Pakistan, or you left them with the tournament altogether, which ain't gonna happen. I don't think any cricket fan want that to happen either, because India is a big pull. So I don't know. I would imagine that the ICC, in conjunction with the Indian Cricket Board, try to exhaust every option to see whether or not they could play some of the games in Pakistan. I would like to imagine that was the case, and not like, we ain't going across there. Put me in Dubai. But I do agree that playing all their games in Dubai has been a tremendous advantage. It has to be. At the same ground, like you said, don't have to travel, and you have a feel for the ground and the outfield, or whatever case may be the conditions. For example,
Everything.
In Pakistan, the three grounds that are being used: Lahore, Karachi, and can't remember the other one.
Can't remember the other one either.
But all three of those grounds play different, or essentially different conditions.
They do.
So it's more of a challenge for the other sides to prepare and try to adapt to what the other team strengths might be regarding this condition or what's not, versus what India had to deal with. So it is a significant advantage. Rohit Sharma, we're getting to say that it's different for India as well. He talking rubbish. I believe after the first one or two games, you settle it.
Yeah. Literally, they packed their side with 4 spinners in the last 2 games.
Correct.
4 frontline spinners.
I think Vivian Richards had a more pertinent question, because at the end of the day, I know you mentioned that the power that India, the Indian Cricket Board has, but at the same time, should the Indian Cricket Board be the one question, or the ICC, who's supposed to be governing body, should they be the ones who work question?
Of course.
Exactly.
Because they're the ones that pander to the BCCA.
Exactly. It's more like an ICC problem. I think I honestly believe it's a Pakistan tournament, like you said. I believe that India should, wants, and I think, I don't want to question or don't play anybody's safety concerns. But, I guess we'll go do a bit more digging into that whole fiasco, but is that even still in this day and age in 2025, I would like to imagine that we could protect the Indian team, even if we play all the games in one location. I believe that we could protect the Indian team from any, militant attack or whatever the case would be. I don't want to use the T word.
But and then too, my issue is you have a situation where think about the fans. Imagine we as West Indies side. Do you remember how excited we were when we found out the T20 final was going to be in Barbados? We were like, we definitely going no matter what. But imagine they say, nah, India can't travel to Barbados, so we can carry in Trinidad.
Give a bad example, we can't in America.
Okay, yeah.
To Miami or something.
Fair enough. And I'll be like, because it was jointly hosted. I'll be like, but this is my home tournament though. Think about the Pakistan fans. This is a champion. Pakistan fans don't get to see a lot of cricket in Pakistan.
Yes.
They literally have a Champions Trophy with probably the 2 best one-day sides going head to head, and it's not even in Pakistan. The final is going to be in Dubai. How fair is that?
It isn't. And I hope the next time Pakistan gets an opportunity to host a tournament, I hope that this is not an issue again. But you made a point that I didn't address the first time as well. when they had the T20 World Cup in the Caribbean last year, how the times of games were obviously catered towards the Indian
audience,
Australian audience. And yeah, I had a problem with that too because, like I said, those times are not traditional times that we start games for T20s.
When we went to the USA England game, we in the sun baking. Like, come on. T20 cricket in the Caribbean is played at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Listen, I remember that for sure. I had a gap and I left for y'all for a few minutes.
I remember. Whew. I remember. That day was hot.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's right. So I would like to see more fairness, because to me, if you're playing an ICC tournament, it's a bilateral series in India.
Yeah.
You're playing an ICC tournament. It should be a level playing field for everybody. So it just feels that it level for everybody else, whereas India got that slight, whether they want to admit it or not, is an advantage. It's simple.
But here's my thing. And this last thing I'll say about this before we switch over to the football. The fact the other teams were winning and did participate in Pakistan suggests to me that I know India and Pakistan are big rivals and that's neighbors and stuff like that. It may be a bit different. But the fact the other teams, I feel as though if it was a legitimate threat, obviously if they don't think Australia and England would have been willing to play a series in Pakistan.
It's true.
You know what I mean? So the fact that those other big nations were okay with it, I think India could have, even if we do something where we say, okay, all of your games will be in Lahore and nowhere else.
Well, heightened security and stuff.
Correct,
I agree,
exactly.
Because remember they stopped playing cricket in Pakistan for a while.
Exactly.
And then you saw England going there, West Indies went there, so more teams, and then people go for the PSL.
Right.
More people are traveling to Pakistan, so I feel it's safer than it used to be maybe 10, 15 years ago. So
I think the attack, the terrorist attack that happened in Pakistan was 2009, I believe.
Okay.
I don't think it was India that had gone on attack. I think it was Sri Lanka, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. I think that seems familiar.
I think it was a Sri Lankan bus or something like that, I think.
Yeah.
So they weren't even involved. But again, I'm not trying to downplay
the
safety.
I understand.
The serious issue.
Yeah.
But I do believe that, that, I don't believe that the outcome that we got was the right one.
I don't think so either. Yeah, I agree.
Next thing I would say though is that I'm also not confident that, as much as they all talk about fairness, I'm also not confident that we will see a great level of change from the ICC.
I agree.
In terms of finding a middle ground where things are on an even playing field when it comes to certain nations and other teams that participate in cricket.
I agree with you.
Excuse me, and that really is a shame.
Yeah. I agree.
So that's where we'll leave it.
Yeah, so we'll take a quick break for our sponsors and then we'll come back with our football segment. Whole Health Pharmacy, located in Jordan's Complex, Speightstown, St. Peter, carries a variety of products to take care of you and your health. Essential oils, muscle rubs, and the run-of-the-mill medications. And definitely don't forget your vitamins. Vinci sea salt, air humidifiers, tumblers, and women's havens pads too. We got it all for you. Don't forget your Barbados and natural Vinci snacks. So for sure you're gonna keep coming back. Ever hear about structured water? Well, tell your son, tell your daughter. Whole Health Pharmacy. More than a pharmacy, we take care of you and your health. Okay, and we're back. So first on the agenda for football is the top 4 race. We've talked a lot about the title. So I figured, let's take a break from the title. We already know who game win. Like, that becoming a moot and boring point. As you can see, the grin on his face. So let's move on to something that actually is competitive and may actually go down to the last 5 or 10 games of the season. And that is the top 4 race.
Yeah. I happy. I'm going to indulge Marissa in this conversation about, all those teams that are competing to be my number 2. Continue.
Let me know when you're ready to start.
I'm ready.
Okay,
Let's lay off. I'm just letting you know.
So I think we can safely put Liverpool and Arsenal in the top 4 race.
Me as in a short of top 4 places?
Yes.
Arsenal?
Yeah. They're like 6 points clear of Nottingham Forest.
Yeah, but 6 points in a lot. There's still got 10 games left. Well, 11 for them.
I'm sure they'll be fine. I'm safely putting Liverpool and Arsenal in top 4.
I'm safely playing Liverpool. I feel as though Arsenal, I know they get a big result this evening, but I still feel as though Arsenal could get sucking.
Alright, fine.
If I didn't scoring goals, this 7-1 might just be an anomaly.
Oh gosh. Well, true, because how much? I think they had like 2 goalless games recently.
They did. Forest and who did they play before?
West
Forest?
Ham.
West Ham. Right.
So the top 4 race is very interesting for me. I got to start from Aston Villa in 10th, really.
Yeah.
So the gap from 3rd to 10th is a mere 6 points. Villa and Fulham have 42. Brighton and Bournemouth have 43. Newcastle have 44. Chelsea have 46. And Man City have 47. Forest have 48. So who are your other 3 teams to join Liverpool in the top 4?
Okay, I think Arsenal will make it. I mean, I think they will make it, but I think that by the end of the season, Arsenal will be a lot closer to the rest of the top 4 that first place. But that way.
That's that they're actually closer to Forest than Liverpool. So why are we still talking about them in the title race as opposed to being a top 4
for
fight?
a second, but I would tell you that Arsenal could still get sucked into the top 4 race.
I know see table properly. All right, I'll give you that then.
Which you always accuse me.
I give you that.
I throw unwanted shit.
I give you
unwarranted shit. I throw all the shit I throw is be warranted. Trust me. But
so you think Arsenal will make it?
I think Arsenal will event. I think Arsenal will creep over the line.
Gosh.
Right, so I think Arsenal will make it. I think City will get in. So that's my top. I think that's my top 3 there. Liverpool, Arsenal, City, and to the 4th place. Whoa. Come up screen. Right. Okay. I'm gonna plump. Oh dear. Who misses up here? Honestly, right? I think it would be between Chelsea and Forest. I'm not sure which way it will go though, but I think it might be between you.
All right. So let me add a caveat.
Okay.
Newcastle have a striker. Villa have a striker and a very good attack. Chelsea currently has no striker and struggling for goals.
Okay, can I add a caveat to that?
Sure.
1, Nkunku in a striker. Technically speaking.
Man, I don't know what's Nkunku anymore.
But anyhow.
Manager ain't think he's a striker.
That's 1. All right, but that's 1. When they still got attacking options, Palmer, other people will score goals too.
Palmer in the drought.
That's true, but still. But that aside, you mentioned Villa and you mentioned Newcastle.
Yeah, I think are the 2 biggest threats.
Right, cause I don't really think Bournemouth and Brighton will make it.
I agree.
I think Newcastle will be too inconsistent. I think Newcastle will get some results, but then they still feel as though they will lose some games that that will basically keep them outside that top 4 ultimately. And I think Villa got too much work to do. Because like you said, Villa in 10th, that's
it's just 4 points.
1,
Sorry,
2, 3,
it's 5 points to City.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But 5 points, but 5 teams in front of them. Oh, they want to go drop points.
Man, that's a good point.
Oh, want to go drop points.
Fair point.
So I think Villa coming from too far back.
Okay.
That's just me.
But what about Forest? I kind of disregarded them.
Forest. Oh shoot, yeah, we always give Forest a shaft.
Yeah.
In terms
Sorry,
of
Forest.
Yeah, in terms of respect. But yes, Forest. It would be a shame for Forest to drop out. No, since they spent so much of the season there.
But they are sliding. Their form is sliding a bit too.
Slightly. They had to draw with Liverpool. I think they lost a game to it was Bournemouth that beat them. Or Newcastle.
Bad. Somebody
beat them
bad.
Beat them badly.
And then they drew 0-0 with Arsenal.
Right. Drawing out okay. The draw with Arsenal not a bad result, but I guess considering the fact Arsenal they didn't have much for options. Some people felt as though Forest could have gone for it more, but I didn't expect Forest to try either. If we nick it, we nick it. Because I think if Forest knew the reality was if they were able to manage a goal, I would think Arsenal had to replay.
Fair.
But I think for us, we're quite satisfied. I think with the draw, I think the next game is against City at the weekend, which is an interesting game.
Okay.
Yeah. So then we will really know if it's slated or not.
That's a hard game for
That
me.
is a hard game, exactly. But I still feel, I think it'd be tight. Again, I think it'd be tight.
So you said that Liverpool, okay, so what positions do you have these 4 teams finishing?
Which 4 teams?
That you think are going to make the top 4?
Well, Liverpool won for sure. Can't be caught. Or shouldn't be caught, I should say. I'll be a very, very brave man for these predictions here. But I think Liverpool are first. I will say that I think Arsenal hold in second place.
Okay.
City will be in third.
And Chelsea will be 4th.
I think I didn't say which ones. I said between you and Forest and Newcastle, but I think more so you and Forest.
Okay.
And yeah, I think you would just. I think I would back you to just shade 4th. But top 5 might still be enough for Champions League because
it's true.
England's supposed to get the additional spot.
But the decline from Chelsea over the last 2 months has been staggering. So that's why I'm not as confident. Newcastle really do worry me. Newcastle actually worry me more than Forest, to be honest. And so I don't know. I have the top 3 as the same. And the only reason I'm going to say this is because I want to back the boys. So I will put Chelsea 4th, but I am not 100% certain that that's going to happen. I don't know, Chelsea's form, we have a good run of fixtures coming up, which I think is important to build confidence and form. And I think that's what we need right now, because the confidence feels like it's in the gutter. The minute we concede a goal, it just feels like heads drop, body language goes. So we need form and confidence to pick up. If that picks up, then yeah, I do think we'll get top 4.
You need the form and the confidence to pick up. First, right? Your last game was Southampton, which you won, right?
Yeah.
And then you play Leicester this weekend. Say you had a nice run of fixtures. Who's the next game you go after Leicester?
Copenhagen.
No, I mean
Copenhagen is Thursday.
Yeah, but I mean Premier League. Who's the game you go after Leicester in Premier League?
Arsenal away.
After that?
I know. I got look. Yeah, Arsenal away is after Leicester, which is not great. So it's Arsenal away, then. Okay, so I know where I get this good run.
Exactly. I'm waiting for the good run of fixtures.
Tottenham at home. Brentford away. Jeez, don't brothers.
Right.
Ipswich at home. Shoot me now. Fulham away. Oh gosh, we ain't getting top 4. Everton at home.
Yes. All right, but let me. You don't have to go any further. So we established that she was incorrect, that they do not have a good run of
Maybe
fixtures.
I was just thinking Southampton, Leicester.
Right, Southampton, Leicester, we're two, but so that's 6 points,
Yeah.
right? But I mean, like, for me, when we talk about top 4 races and stuff like that, I treat it as almost like a mini relegation battle in terms of that same mindset, where 2 tricky results is giving me a little buffer though.
True.
So I don't think, because everybody ain't gonna win all the games,
It's true.
Some of you will play each other.
That's a fair point.
So I do believe that I'm saying, okay, yes, there are good some results. Like, and again, it's not a foregone conclusion. I know Arsenal scored 7 this evening, but don't panic. It's not a foregone conclusion that Arsenal gonna beat you in a play, y'all.
Of course,
honestly, I
Chelsea
think
find
some
ways
might
to
argue.
lose, so.
Regardless, Arsenal too, but regardless, right? I think Arsenal gonna find that they should hold back some of 9-7 for the other weeks that are ahead. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Just saying, because I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Arsenal beats you convincingly. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion that Tottenham beats you, for example, either. So
that may come.
Even games like Brentford. You know?
I guess we'll see. So we have the same top 4. We'll see. Probably revisit this in another month or so and see where we're at. Might be in 10th by then, but we'll see.
Honestly, the top 4 battle is going to be hard to call. That's true.
Because so
as much as I think City was shade third, I'm not necessarily convinced that City's old form has returned yet. I think what is going to help City is the fact City are out of Europe and they can simply just a game or 2 games a week maximum with the FA Cup. I think that will help City tremendously.
I think so too.
Right, so that's why I think that's another reason I think City was shady top 3. But I still think City might get a bad result, 1 or 2 in between there. I think Arsenal will creep. I think Arsenal will do just enough to remain top 4. I mean, the Arsenal fans will have Mikel Arteta's head if anything, other than that happened.
I know, right?
like you said, I think Forest again, Forest similar to Arsenal to me. I think Forest can try to they just creep along, and try to hold on to that spot.
Yeah.
But again, it was always going to be a tight finish for Forest, but fifth might be enough. Like I said, I think Chelsea. I think all Chelsea need to do is really maintain the pace. Keep getting enough wins. In this, I don't think Chelsea got to go on a 5-6 game
be consistent
winning streak, but you just got to if you got let's say next 5 games, if you win 3, and maybe lost 1 or draw 1, you're still there.
That's fair.
And I think Newcastle is another team that I worry about when it comes to consistency. And I think Villa, like I said before, Villa got too much to do. I don't think Bournemouth and Brighton have strong enough
I don't think so either.
to maintain the push. So that's
where they may help. They may help take some points also sometimes.
They definitely will.
So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So let's move on to the leaderboard. You had your second best week for the season. 8 points.
It didn't feel like that to me.
Yeah, but you got some good results. And then I had 6 points, so the gap is now 8 points.
Gap was how much?
8 points.
Well, Lord, we got wrist back on. All right, I feel like Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Get a good result. I know. I said that straight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, if I may revisit, I think the only game that we both got full 3 points on was, of course, Villa Chelsea. Leave it to them to not disappoint you. So that was the only perfect prediction. The results that you edged me in were the where is it? I think it was really the last fixtures. Yeah, the Forest Arsenal draw, and then the City win at Spurs. Those were the 2 results that edged me, because I predicted Forest to beat Arsenal, and I predicted a draw between City and Spurs.
And I predicted City win.
Yeah.
I honestly made predicted results, and they take a couple of days away. I just don't remember what I predicted.
None of me know. I really got to revisit the pictures.
So,
it's true.
I was thinking that it was worse. I thought I had predicted. I thought I had predicted that Chelsea and Aston Villa would have been a draw and not the other way around.
We both predicted 2-1.
Okay.
We know Chelsea, man. Brutes.
Me almost get a draw if it wasn't for the goalkeeper mistake, but still.
Thanks for the reminder.
You're welcome.
That was
anytime.
That was so. I think I was driving home when I see it. Yeah, I switched off immediately. Right. So let's go to the next set of predictions, which will be the next 2 match days, and some big games in these predictions. So I was looking forward to that. And one of the fixtures you alluded to is first up, which is City away at Forest on Saturday morning.
Ooh, early morning kickoff.
Call them while I document our predictions.
Okay, so you want to go first for your first prediction?
I'll go first. Okay. I think City game win this 2-1.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Ooh, I get like better judgment. I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw. I think Forest might be a little pull off a point. Don't think so?
I don't.
Okay. It's too late for me. I'll go with 1-1 draw. We'll see. All right. Next game on a busy Saturday is Liverpool and Southampton. Liverpool at home and Southampton.
5-0 Liverpool. Sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you for the vote of confidence. I'm gonna go for a 4-0 Liverpool win.
And I am going to go with 5. Probably could be 7, 8, 9. Southampton just done. just end the season. No, just give everybody else the 3 points and just end the season. Because I know what's going on.
All right. Sunday morning. You have Chelsea hosting Leicester.
Chelsea 2, Leicester 0.
Something about right. I'll go 2-0 Chelsea as well.
Okay.
And also at the same kickoff time of 10 a.m. Eastern. We have Tottenham hosting Bournemouth.
Ooh.
Tasty fixture. Well, that's me first.
I know where you're going.
I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth win.
Wow. That's bold. Tottenham pick up some form, man.
Tottenham get 2 positive results the last 2 games. I don't call that pick. We will know more on Thursday.
Who play? What they playing?
Europa League. I'm not sure they're playing against,
Oh,
but
okay.
we'll know more on Thursday.
I'm gonna go 2-2.
You go a brave result too. Yeah.
A 2-1 is way more brave.
All right, man.
Way more brave. A
I'm
2-1
going there
women?
and lose. They're staring at deficit against Rhino. You know, they train the kitchen sink at this. You know what I'm saying?
If only Arsenal fans
Exactly. I was going to say, on late Arteta, I get the kitchen sink at it. All right, so Man United hosting Arsenal at Old Trafford.
This game, who gotta go first? Me.
Yes, please.
This game is so hard to call because Arsenal have been goalless in the league for 2 games. That's the first caveat. But they did score 7 tonight. Man United are awful. Like, Everton should have beat them, in my opinion.
Oh, yes. They came out from 2-0 down and get a draw.
They got knocked out of the FA Cup, but you just don't know where you're going to get with Man United.
You also don't know where you're going to get with Arsenal.
Yeah, I think I can go 1-1.
Okay.
I know where you can go, though.
Tell me.
You can say 1-0 United.
Old Trafford.
Are you wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
You say 1-1? I can go with a comfortable 0-0.
You know what? That's actually not a bad show.
That's not a bad show at all.
That is not a bad show,
I
honestly.
go with a comfortable
that is
0-0.
not a bad show.
Not a boy can score. You know what I'm saying?
That is not a bad show at all. All right.
Actually, United defense though, Arsenal might score though.
Yeah, you never know.
But it would still go a draw.
All right, that's it for that week, right?
Yes, please.
Okay.
There are some games Monday, but you know we only do top 4 sites or whatnot. So, yeah, Saturday. Man City hosts Brighton.
Is this me? This you?
It was me? Okay. I'm going to go for 2-1 City man.
I can go with a 2-2 draw.
Interesting.
I just doing bare kamikaze nonsense right now with these predictions, honestly.
All right. Sunday morning, early kickoff. We have Arsenal.
I mean, why it gotta be early?
Chelsea.
Why it got? In fact, no. I glad it early. I can't watch it.
9:30.
Yes, I'm glad. Honestly, I hate watching Arsenal and Chelsea games. They Anyways, this is me, isn't it?
Yes, please.
I can't predict Arsenal and Chelsea games. Did they sit down and predict one of these North London teams can beat me? It's going to be the death of me. But I ain't go for safety first. 1-1.
1-1, okay. I predicted Arsenal to draw the last game 0-0. I'll go for 1-0 Arsenal in here.
Why you so bad, man, wicked?
No.
Why you would do that to me?
Because I can't predict Arsenal to draw 2 games in the back-to-back. And again, it could be a draw too. A draw is feasible, but I think Arsenal might shit at 1-0.
Gosh.
Okay, also on...
No, it could be worse.
Also on Sunday, we have... That Sunday, rather. 16th of March. We have Fulham hosting Tottenham.
Oh. Last time I predict Fulham to host a top 6 team, I predicted a win and they just did not do the job.
Did not deliver.
Did not deliver at all. Yeah. When they really should have. But I can still back them 2-1.
Against Tottenham, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for 2-1 Tottenham win.
I don't understand your predictions.
Well, I mean, I feel like
you literally just said that Bournemouth can beat Spurs away, and you think Spurs can go away and beat Fulham.
Yeah, because Andrew's a man that has poor results when you don't expect to get them.
That's true too.
And also, I've been watching how Fulham have played. I know Fulham defeated United in the Cup at the weekend, but Fulham didn't play well either.
Yeah.
So Fulham, again, I noticed that about Fulham. They were encouraging at a period in the first half of the season, but I find that they've dropped off a bit, and sometimes they tend to play down the teams.
Yeah, they do. We saw that with United in our United game in the league.
All right, the last game on Sunday in the Premier League is Leicester hosting United.
Last time I almost beat them recently in the cup. Or I dream now.
Wait.
I feel like United had
It was
recently.
Ipswich. In league.
Right. 1-1. I don't bear jump with these predictions, you know. I should have really think about these.
I gotta think we'll get no.
I ain't go 1-1 though.
Okay. I'm gonna go 2-1 United. Leicester's just a very, very poor team.
It's true. I don't like our predictions are so different because if your predictions come, this can be a make or break week. Because our predictions are so different, if you have a good week, you'll be right back in that race. If I have a bad week, I could really stamp my authority.
Okay, it's true. All right, you. All right, so and last game on that weekend, it's not a league game. It's not a Premier League game, but it's a League Cup final. Liverpool.
Oh, because I was wondering.
Liverpool at Wembley against Newcastle. Just for, fun, if you want to predict that as well. First trophy of the season.
Liverpool to win 3-0.
Okay, I think Liverpool.
Sorry, 3-1.
3-1, okay. I would go for that same prediction as well. I think Liverpool will win this game 3-1. I saw Anthony Gordon got a needless red card to rule himself out of contention against who they play when they lost in the FA Cup. Brighton, yeah. At the weekend, yeah. He got sent off for shoving one of the defenders in the head as he chased the ball. I don't think it was a red card though. Like it was like. So
they can't appeal it.
They said they were going to think about appealing it.
Okay.
But the guy was like trying to shepherd the ball quickly and guard any ball running away from him. They did this hand thing where he just shoved the guy head to the side. I think at best yellow card. To me, it didn't look particularly violent, but referee gave him a straight red. So as it stands, he will not play.
Tough for him. Tough for Newcastle.
Carabao Cup final. I know that Newcastle ain't beating me before Andy Gordon on that pitch.
It's true that
alongside is that.
That's why I said tough for you, tough for he, and tough for Newcastle, but not tough for you.
Correct.
Great for you. Everything coming up Liverpool. Could this be a worse season? Actually, yeah, it could be worse. Arsenal could win the league. Yeah.
Arsenal could do it.
I say everything is coming up Liverpool. Could this be a worse season? And they say yes, it could. Arsenal could win the league. That would make it a worse season. You're like the lesser of two evils. I tell a guy saw a Liverpool family coming pharmacy the other day. Yeah.
So you still think Arsenal could win the league?
No.
Okay. Well, you meant Arsenal could have won.
Yeah, and that would have been an awful season for me at least.
I saved him. Man.
Yeah, I told him you're the lesser of two evils for me. I could tolerate Liverpool winning the league.
Right. We have like 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a little bonus thing. We spoke about Champions League last time, but just going to look at the last 16 draw and just predict who you think will advance. Obviously, you don't have to. We're not doing aggregates.
We're just calling
the team that will advance.
Yeah.
So as I alluded to earlier, at the start of the games I did play today, Arsenal played PSV away in the first leg. Arsenal came out with 7-1 victories.
So they'll go through.
Big result. Yeah, they should go through.
Yeah.
But if PSV happen to force extra time, I will not be upset.
Please move on.
You will not be upset either because you will laugh.
But it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. But I'm just saying. I think we take a usual amount of glee in Arsenal pain.
We do, I don't think it's healthy for us. But I still like doing it.
Fair enough. I concur.
Yeah.
Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid won the first leg this evening as well, 2-1. So next week they go to the Metropolitano with a slim lead. Who you think coming through in that game?
Madrid.
I concur as well. Also today we had Club Brugge against Aston Villa. Brugge winning 3-1 in that tie. First leg.
Villa win 3-1.
Yeah, sorry, Villa won 3-1, my bad.
Yeah, I think Villa will go through based on the
2-goal cushion?
Yeah.
Alright, I concur as well. I think that was, one more tie took place today. Dortmund hosted Lille, and that game ended all square 1-1.
Yeah. Bit of a surprising result. Expected Dortmund to do a little bit more at home in terms of getting a better result. But I still think that they'll go through.
Okay. I think Lille will edge it. So that makes it pretty wrong.
Okay.
That Lille will get past Dortmund.
Okay.
Okay, tomorrow's fixtures. So these are the other ties in a round. Starting off with Feyenoord hosting Inter Milan. Who do you think come through there? Milan? So I guess that's a safe bet. I think Milan are the better team.
Yeah.
Bayern against Leverkusen. Very close to call, isn't it?
Where Leverkusen in league right now? I know they're not as good as last year, but
Yeah, I think they're second, you know.
Okay.
Second or maybe third. But I think second.
let me see the gap.
Yeah, check the gap. Before you met
Let me
up,
mind the
here.
gap. Let me mind the gap. 8
Mind-
points.
8 points?
Mm-hmm.
They're second, right? Okay. You know when you said mind the gap, you remember mind the windows?
Anyways.
For anyone who knows.
I've got a good side though. Two-legged tie.
I just don't trust. I don't know if I got that belief in company yet.
Yeah.
Like even with a better team or a better squad.
Yeah. I'll go Bayern.
Bayern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bayern.
You mean Leverkusen or you mean Bayern?
Bayern Munich.
Or you going Bayern Munich to get through?
Yeah.
I ain't go for upset here. I think Leverkusen get through.
Yeah, I think Bayern have a better attack.
Mm-hmm.
And that would shine through. Yeah. Yeah.
I think Bayern have a better top. But
Yeah.
Kim, Musiala, Sané.
Elisa playing really well this season.
Who Leverkusen got? Wirtz, Boniface.
Yeah.
But
I know.
I know. I for some reason though, I feel as though this game may be tight, and I can see Leverkusen.
All right, we see. Tomorrow will be key.
Yeah, tomorrow it will be.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. All right. Also tomorrow we have Benfica hosting Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Yeah. And the showpiece occasion, the showpiece match of the last 16. Imagine that in the league phase and they get PSG. That was a layer. Anyway, PSG hosts Liverpool at the Parc des Princes.
Go first.
She's a big brute. You went first. Anyway, fair enough. I think Liverpool will shit it. It didn't be tight, but I think Liverpool will shit it. If you want me to give you an aggregate prediction, I can as well. I'm prepared to give you that. I think Liverpool shit this here 7-5. Aggregate. It'll be high scoring.
PSG.
You think PSG go through? Shit, what gives you such confidence?
Nothing, you know. I just feel like going against the grain.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't get Liverpool every time, Andrew. I already said when the game win the
But
league.
listen, again,
I already
but
said when
listen.
the game win the Carabao Cup. I can't give you the Champions League too.
Let me put this in context for you. You could listen. You're going to go against the grain because at the semi-final stage, Liverpool probably, if they do advance, because I do believe they advance in this tie, then they get Villa. And then they get the winner of the Real, Atletico, Arsenal, PSV.
So Villa will be semi.
No, Villa will be quarters.
Quarters, okay.
And then Real or Atletico or Arsenal, PSV
Why are
will
you
be
saying
semi.
PSV? Why are you saying PSV?
Sorry about that. Or Real, Atletico, Arsenal will be the semi-final. I apologize. I suspect that that semi-final place though will go to the Los Blancos, right? Or Galacticos or whatever they call themselves these days. And I feel as though that's probably more likely when I will make my exit. If I can make my exit before the final.
All right, guess we see then.
We'll see, yes.
Yeah. All right, so that brings us to the end of another show, another great show. We want to thank our sponsors, Whole Health Pharmacy, Spirit Light Studios. So follow us on the Dugout _podcast. Follow me, Marissa Simone 91.
Drew 9106.
Like, comment, share, subscribe, and just continue to support us. Big shout out to our last guest, Rashawn Gittins. He would have scored in a 3-2 Ellerton win on Sunday. So congrats to him and his side. I heard it was a banger of a game. I think it got a last minute winner. So good job, Rashawn. Rashawn continues to do good things. So yeah, we just wanted to give him that shout out. So yeah, thanks for joining us and see you again next time.